Big Three, Fantasy Alarm TV. I'm your host, Ray Flowers, the baseball edition right now. 809. That is the K per 9 rate of Matt Latos this season. He's looked much better his last 6 starts, a walk rate of 2.1 in that time. Lots of talk about whether or not he'll be moved, but the fact is he's pitching better. His velocity isn't back to where it was at his career peak, but it is higher than it was last year, about half mile per hour more. That's a good sign. We got some velocity coming back with him. The fact is that Matt Latos is a very good pitcher, and he's showing that right now. There's one probable certainty, if that makes any sense. Never had a batting average of balls in play, over 300 in his career. The mark is 281. Again, never at 300. It's almost 330 right now. Got to think that number comes back. As I noted, the strikeouts are a solid total. The velocity's coming back. In his last 6 starts, he's eschewed the walk pretty well. Look for Matt Latos to have a strong second half if he can just stay healthy. Another guy who's a number 2 guy to talk about today who can never stay healthy, but is coming back off the disabled list either Monday or Tuesday for the Rangers, is Josh Hamilton, and that number that we're talking about is 1.021, as in the OPS he's had this season in 7 games. Now, who is Josh Hamilton? He's not that guy anymore. If you go back to the start of last year, 96 games played, we're talking about a guy hitting 260 with a 330 on-base percentage and a 430 slugging mark. Also has only 12 home runs in that time, 115 strikeouts in 360 at-bats. Hamilton, he's got all kinds of injury concerns. He's now got performance concerns. Last year he looked terrible chasing pitches low and away. It was his Achilles heel. We'll have to wait and see if he's rectified that. If he hasn't, he's nothing more than a 5th outfielder, so don't get overly excited of the talented, but off-injured and off-the-field problem, Hamilton. Don't also forget that Joey Gallo might start losing significant playing time with Hamilton back. You've obviously got Adrian Beltre back as well, even though he isn't performing. But 39 strikeouts and 82 at-bats for Joey Gallo. Ugh. Horrific work for the young power hitter. And then the final number of the day is 1553. As in the OPS, the last 8 games of Curtis Granderson. 5 home runs in that time, 7 RBIs, 6 runs scored for Granderson, who has been on fire of late. Stolen 5 bases this year, so he's helping out a little bit in that category, but it's the bat we're talking about now. And who is he with that bat? He's the same guy as always. 357 on base percentage, a nice number at the top of the order for the Mets. The fact is, his ground ball fly ball ratio, his batting average on balls in play, they're right at career norms. Granderson is a good power bat that does nice things, but that's about it. OPS just went over 800 of late, just off his career mark. Swinging it pretty much as should have been expected. There's power here. We've seen it. Can't expect the recent trend, obviously, to continue, but Curtis Granderson, an effective offensive player if you deploy him properly. You've been watching The Big Three, listening to The Big Three, doing both at Fantasy Alarm TV. Don't forget to visit us, fantasyalarm.com as well, for all your fantasy sports needs.